So I'm trying to figure out what will happen in trailer 3, like what will we see when we watch trailer 3. We've all been very busy speculating when the trailer will drop, and there's some good evidence to think that it will drop somewhere in May 5th, May 12th. Some people think May 19th. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be earlier. But what can we learn from the other trailers of the previous games of Rockstar, and what do I speculate? All of that in this video. So to prepare for this little theory I have watched trailer 2 and 3 for GTA 5 and 2 and 3 for RDR2, Red Dead Redemption 2, which were the previous two titles of Rockstar Games. And I gotta be honest, Rockstar is not doing the same thing they used to do before, because in trailer 2 of Grand Theft Auto 5, this was a action-packed adventure of a trailer where we started with Michael, then we saw Trevor, then we saw Franklin, and we saw kind of the inner workings of the relationships they've had with the people that they know in their stories. We saw some great action pieces like Trevor jumping off the train that explodes, and we saw the three coming together and kind of meeting each other for the first time, where Michael goes, "This is Trevor, my best friend, and this is Franklin, the son I never had." And so it was a fun, action-packed, character-based trailer. And then with trailer 3 of Grand Theft Auto 5, what we got was actually 3 trailers in one, where we had a separate Michael trailer, a separate Franklin trailer, and a separate Trevor trailer, which all are kind of more detailed versions of what we saw in the second GTA 5 trailer, but just more concentrated to the protagonist in question of that specific trailer 3, segment, whether it's Michael, Franklin, or Trevor. And they show a little bit more of the inner relationships between Michael and his family, Trevor and his desert friends, and of course Franklin and his gang life. And so we got to know a little bit more about the character. Now, the theme of Grand Theft Auto really revolved around these 3 main protagonists, and that is why they are highlighted so much in the trailers. Except for trailer 1 for GTA 5, which is similar to GTA 6 in the aspect that it's not about the characters that we play, it's about the world we play in, and we get introduced to, in trailer 1 for GTA 5, Los Santos, and in GTA 6, of course, it is Leonida, aka Florida in real life. Now with Red Dead Redemption, it's a little bit different. Trailer 2 is following Arthur very, very much. It is really kind of Arthur's trailer, where we see a lot of things that he gets himself into, a lot of things where he is kind of doing missions, he is talking to like strangers and doing in-game events, and it really builds up the character of Arthur, because quite frankly, you as a player do not know who Arthur is yet when trailer 2 comes out. And I remember back in the day when the community reacted to Arthur being the main protagonist instead of John Marston, people were pretty pissed, until of course the game came out and they found out how greatly written the character of Arthur Morgan was. And spoiler alert if you haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2, but in the end you also get to play as John Marston, so that's pretty cool. You get best of both worlds. And to be honest, I love the epilogue so much, where you play as John Marston, because it's just a from rags to kind not really riches story, but you know what I mean. Starting from nothing and getting to know that character was, to me, much more intriguing than what we got with RDR1 for some reason, but that's a personal thing. Anyway, trailer 3 of Red Dead Redemption 2 was all of a sudden way more dark, way more slow. You heard Dutch, Vanderlyn talk more in the trailer than Arthur. It was more about the actual gang, and because Dutch is the gang leader, he gets all the lines from the trailer. And so it takes a way more cinematic, dark approach that we haven't really seen a lot from these Rockstar titles. They really try to be a movie trailer with text on the screen for long, explaining kind of the vibe of the whole game. And so this is where I think it really deviates deviates from what Rockstar is going to do. I mean, we could get like a super cinematic dark trailer with like orchestral music and stuff, but it's not really that GTA style. They could do it, they could do anything basically, but I feel like there should be a more focused trailer. We want to see a little bit more of the world and have Jason and Lucia a little bit more separated and kind of see them just being in the world. I feel like trailer 1 and 2, especially trailer 2, wasn't really free roam activities that we've seen them do. We have the screenshots for that, where we see Jason and Cal Hampton doing lots of activities together, and we get some new faces that we have never seen in the trailer, like Raul Batista or Draquan Priest. And so there is a lot of that world that needs to be elaborated on, a lot of those characters, a lot of those things that you can do. Trailer 1 showed what the world was about, what the vibe of the world is, the Leonida man, the Florida man. Trailer 2 showed us the inner working relationship of Jason and Lucia, kind of the backstory of how Jason got where he is right now, which we got for Lucia in trailer 1, of course, which started with the prison and Lucia talking to Stephanie, kind of seeing what is going on, which you then see a continuation of in trailer 2, where Lucia is kind of picking up stuff on the road and coming back home to Jason because Jason, you know, picked up Lucia. We don't know if Lucia and Jason know each other. Either the last time they saw each other, it was really awkward and that's why they say hey, hey to each other, or they just don't know each other and Brian Hatter just gave Lucia a chance and Jason was living in the house that Brian Hatter owns, and so Lucia is just moving into the same house and they kind of immediately have a spark. That could also be possible. Do I want to know that in trailer 3? Not really. Just keep it a mystery. I think that that's fun. GTA 6's second trailer was very similar to the second trailer of GTA 5, with a lot of action scenes, some explosions here and there, some shooting, and that is something that I want to see more in trailer 3. Show me those car physics of being exploded or being damaged, you know? We barely got glimpses of that in trailer 2 of GTA 6 and also in trailer 1 where the car was upside down. I think there's only 3 occasions where we see damaged cars. It's in trailer 1 where the car is upside down, so we don't see what happened to the car, we just see it there, and it's also really kind of blurry because it's like social media camera footage or something. The second one is when Jason is throwing this guy up a car and in the background you see a random car being on fire. Who knows what happened there in Starlet Motel. Again, you don't see how the damage was done, but you see the damage itself. And then the third one is Lucia obviously blowing the ish out of these police cars, where you see a little bit of deformation in the cars, but not really enough to get like an actual good idea of how these physics are, probably because they're still testing it out and still kind of tweaking it. I mean, it's 1.5 years before the game's release is when trailer 2 released. So yeah, I wish there to be a lot more action and a lot more character, a lot more confirmation of actual activities that we can do. I think that's kind of the main through line that I want to see. Just give us a better idea of what we can do in the free roam, but make it as cinematic as trailer 1 and 2. Position it as a hint rather than a kind of big confirmation, like you can do this and this and this and this and this. Because even with us, like basketball, we think it's in the game. You see clearly Jason and Cal playing basketball in the Vice City screenshot, but it's still kind of a, will it be actually a minigame? We don't really know, you know? I would be mind blown if you see Lucia like surfing or skateboarding or something. That would be crazy in trailer 3, because everybody wants that to be in the game, you know? And if it's not gonna be in the main game, when roleplay comes out and UGC comes out, then we'll just make it in there with the physics. It's pretty easy probably to do. Imagine a skateboarding and surfing server where you can just do that and it's gonna be like super satisfying with all the skateboarding sound effects and the water waves with the surfing and stuff. Would be cool. But yeah, that is what I think of trailer 3 and what's gonna be in there. What do you think and what do you want to be in trailer 3? Let me know. Thank you all for watching and thank you to the members. See you guys next time. Bye bye.